Hey YouTube, Rich McCall Serpents. How's it going? Today, let's talk about Leopard Pieds. Hey, real fast before we get going, do me a favor, give me a like and maybe a subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, but definitely a like. Thank you, I appreciate it. All right, so this is a Leopard Pied, and this one's actually in shed. And the reason, normally I wouldn't grab an in shed animal to show you stuff on, but a lot of the Leopard Pieds I have are in breeding right now. I don't really want to mess with them too much. So we're going to work with her because she's pretty docile as well. I actually have another one that's not in shed who is just a feisty individual, shall we say. So I'll show you this girl real fast. And then I'll show you that other girl. So, things that make a Leopard Pied stand out. So right there, this saddle, let me show you both sides of it. You have two lines, and then you have the start of a line here, and then you have a start of a line here. That extra line is very leopard, and often it'll be connected here, and I call them the lightning bolt, because they often look like a lightning bolt right there. Other stuff that you see, here's actually another example. See, again, oops, as I knocked the camera over. You got your two stripes, but then you get that third stripe. Again, very Leopard Pied. And then if you look at her head, in here, I'll just get her head going. All right, so see how the dorsal stripe sort of ends in a Y pattern at the head? And I say Y pattern loosely, but that's very common in Leopard Pieds. And then the other part would be, let me get her head back out, because she's obviously in shed. She doesn't really want her head out. But you see that the cheek stripe doesn't connect to the dorsal stripe on both sides. It comes close, but it doesn't connect. See if I get a better view of that for you so you see what I'm talking about from this side. So see right there where the cheek stripe that runs through the eye ends, and then the dorsal stripe starts up again. All right, so that's very Leopard Pied. And again, a lot of the stuff you see in Leopard Pieds, you can see them in regular Pieds as well. So just because you have a Y-shaped dorsal stripe end right there, or that the stripes aren't connecting, does not by itself make it a leopard. Okay, I see people who are making mistakes in the kind of Pied they have because of things like that. So, but the one thing that's really distinct are these, what I call the Lightning Saddles. These right here. That is very Leopard Pied. Other things that you see often in Leopard Pieds is a saddle like this, where it's got no striping at all in it and a heavy black edging, right? Heavy black edging. It looks a little faded here again because she's in shed. And sometimes when you don't have the full lightning bolt, you'll have this. See, on this saddle, you've got two lines, but then you've got this third line coming out. That's very Leopard Pied. So let me go show you some other examples. We're going to freehand this girl. This girl is feisty. As you can see, she's already got her head up like she wants to light me up. But, again, Leopard Pied. And so, right there, the lightning bolt. I consider this to be distinctively Leopard Pied. I don't know that I've ever seen this particular sort of lightning bolt look on anything but a Leopard Pied. If you have, please tell me, please inform me. I can always learn new stuff too, but that is one of the things that I consider a definitive Leopard Pied saddle right there. Because you can get a saddle like this one right here. You can get a saddle like that in a normal Pied, and you can get some of the other Leopard Pied stuff from regular Pieds, but it's the combination. But that lightning bolt, that's the one that is really distinctive. So look at the head here. See how the dorsal stripe and the cheek stripe don't connect right here? That, to me, is very much Leopard Pied. Let me see if she's not going to let me. There on the other side, you can see it too. See the cheek stripe there? Oops, not connecting. And then see how the dorsal stripe right here ends in sort of a Y shape? That's very Leopard Pied. Again, though, the Y-shaped dorsal and the not connecting the cheeks, you can see that on a regular Pied. But it's all sort of a combo. It's clues to have what you have. And the problem can be when you have a really high white one, and sometimes leopard pies can be really, really high white. And they'll have like one saddle, and that saddle will be just not definitive. You know, it'll be like this saddle. All right, you could definitely see a saddle like this on a regular pied. That being said, heavy black edging. That's a sign of leopard pied as well. Sometimes the heads will be really dark in there as well. But it's that lightning bolt look. Oh, and real fast, see this little saddle here? This is also something you'll see a lot of the time on leopard pieds. Is no black lines at all in that, and heavy black edging. I see that a lot too. This one tries to run away. I'm surprised she's actually cooperating this well for me, because this is a very flighty little girl. She's not so little anymore. She used to be a little girl. But this, right here, definitive leopard pied look. That lightning bolt. Alright, so I'm going to show you some more real fast. I'll show you some other snakes that are sort of, one that's in between, and then I'll show you a normal pied that has a look to it that is leopardish, but isn't. So hold on one moment, we'll be back. Alright, this next girl I'm going to show you is my first leopard pied. In fact, her name is Awesome. Anyways, she's feisty. She may try to bite me. She's really feisty. Now look at it, she's looking at me. Alright, she says, I'm going to light your stuff up. Let's see, and she's moving forward. She's going to bite. So this is Awesome. Awesome is really, really bitey, and she is, for a ball python, she's pretty hardcore. Still just a ball python, though. So let's see if I can get her. I don't want her to bite too much. I think she's gravid. That's why I'm not pulling her out and holding her. I also don't want to get bit, but... Alright, so again, see the third stripe on the saddle right there? That's leopard. Okay, you put all the other stuff together, high white, thick black edging, that third stripe, and then, let's see if I can do this without her biting. Alright, real fast, before she gets angry again. See the dorsal stripe at the head is the Y? And see how the face stripe doesn't connect? Not a good angle on her right there. I don't want to move her, but it doesn't connect on the other side either. Okay? And then her very first saddle, again, she's got that lightning bolt I've been talking about. Let's just see if I can do this without getting totally bit. I'm going to use the camera. Some of those things with a buddy. There we go. I wanted to show you this saddle. Boom, lightning bolt. That is leopard. If you have that on a pied, that could be leopard, that is leopard. So you got the first stripe, you got that second stripe, but then you have this. This is the lightning bolt. That's what makes a leopard distinctively. All the other stuff, she could have it, but that's what pulls it all together. And this sort of crazy, this is another one that's sort of crazy right there. That saddle, that's almost a lightning bolt as well. Here she comes, she's going to get me again. Look how fat and chunky she is. And like I said, I think she is gravid. And if this one has babies, I'm pretty sure she's going to. She was bred to a yellow belly, orange dream, pastel fire het pied. So the potential here is leopard, orange dream, fire, pastel, yellow belly pieds, or mixes of that. Pretty awesome, huh? So that's right there. You're looking at the lightning bolt. All right, so this guy came out of a leopard pied clutch. This was, and he's Het Clown, one of my pied Het Clowns. So notice I said pied Het Clown. And this guy doesn't want to cooperate. He wants to run on me. So we'll see how he does. So notice in the head, no Y-shaped dorsal. And right there where it ends, it's not Y-shaped. It's rounded. He just curled around the leg of my camera. So let's see if we can flip the camera over. And notice that the side stripes connect. The side stripes on his face connect to the dorsal stripe on his back. And I apologize, he's moving so much. Right there, that's what I'm talking about. Side stripes connect. So that's not a sign of a leopard pied. And then in his, he's only got one saddle. It's this one right here. But notice the thing that stands out to me is it doesn't have thick, heavy black edging. It has some black edging. It doesn't have thick, heavy. Let me get him around. He really doesn't want to cooperate. See right there, see how it yellows out? That's like a normal pied saddle to me, where the color goes to brown and then goes to white, or on this side, it has this thin black edging, not thick. He does have the 2 stripes right there, and he's really high white, and high white is a sign of Leopard Pied. Now he's curled around my camera totally. So I'm going to let him run through my fingers so he uncurls the camera. And as you can see, he is super high white. There's his tail. I think, though, honestly, I've seen people sell animals like this as a leopard. If I was to sell this animal, I would tell you it came from a leopard clutch. That, in my opinion, it's not a leopard. And that's why. So, and then now I'm going to show you a pied that is completely not a leopard. It came out of a clutch that had never had leopard in it, but it has some features that are very leopard-ish. So there's that saddle. Again, it's a good shot of that saddle. Again, I think it's a normal pied saddle. All right, I'll be right back. So this girl is one of my favorite pieds I made last year. Just gorgeous. And this pied has no chance of being leopard. There was no leopard on Mama or Papa's side with this animal. Okay? So what she does have is thick black edging. Okay? And this saddle right here has the 2 thick black stripes. Does not have 3rd stripes. But this saddle, which is really cool. I like the saddle a lot. It's like a little island looking thing. She was hooking over the side there, so I had to pull her back. But that saddle, thick black edging, but it's not very leopardy. She is high white as well. One of my favorite animals from last year. And she's gotten really big really fast. Just a perfect eater as well. But then look at her head here. I'm going to put her down. Her head, she doesn't want me to touch. So notice how the dorsal stripe ends in that Y I was talking about. And the face stripes do not connect. See how it doesn't connect right there on either side? So like I said, that's a sign of leopard pied sometimes, but you can have that in a pied that isn't a leopard. So that by itself is not definitive at all. Being high white is not definitive, and having thick black edging is not definitive. It's when you have them all together in a clutch where the possibility is there where they start to come into play. If this animal had come out of a leopard pied potential clutch, I would call this a possible. I would have. Not a probable, though. And that's how, if I was going to sell her, that's how I would sell her. Again, this is not a leopard pied. There's no way this is a leopard pied. All right. All right, last pied I'm going to show you. This is a pied Het Clown. And his father was a clown leopard Het Pied. Mother was a regular pied. And why I'm showing you this is that I made a whole bunch of these. It's a very specific look to some babies that I've made from that combinations and stuff. And see this pattern here? It's really it looks very much, it's kind of like, I hate to say it, but puzzle-ish. It looks puzzle-ish. I'm not saying it's puzzle. It's puzzle-ish looking though. Very distinctive pattern. And I made a whole bunch of these. And I do not think this is a leopard pied at all. I think this is the regular pied, where the base pied gene has actually been impacted by the leopard being in the background, because the look is really distinctive. But it is not a leopard pied, in my opinion. And I bring this up because, honestly, I've seen some people try to sell snakes that came from leopard pied clutches that have this distinctive look, and they've sold them as leopard pieds. And I don't think they are, in my opinion. Now, if you have proof that I am incorrect, absolutely, I am totally open to criticism. But have some proof. Have some, this snake made me eggs, and here's the eggs, or the babies that hatched those eggs, and they're leopards. Show me that, if that is true. Absolutely, please, because I'm into this to learn as much as you guys are. So, but like I said, really distinctive look, and I made a bunch of them. And that the father is not a super, because he has made me babies that were very much not leopards. So he is not a super leopard at all. And but this look definitely is a look that I have made a bunch of. So there you go. All right, folks, and that's what I had for you today. Leopard pieds as I have made them. And again, if you've had a different experience making leopard pieds, make a comment below. You know, I'm totally open for criticism, and I'm always open for comments. And I want to learn just as much as you do. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.